Thank you, Mr. Hazzakbeats, for joining me on the Boukie Show. How you doing today?
Good, man. How are you?
Yeah, I'm blessed, man. The sun's out, kicking it,
Nice.
So I'm about to go enjoy the gym and get into it. So I just wanted to thank you for joining me again, because you're an amazing producer. He's worked for a lot of years, and just blew up on the scene. So just for those listeners that might not have heard of you before, I just wanted to ask, how did you first get into music? Where did it start for you?
Yeah, well, I was playing guitar when I was like 11 years old. My stepdad taught me guitar, so I was playing guitar for a long time, and I wanted to be in a band and like join a rock band and like go on tour and become rock star, as everyone wants to do. But after college, I kind of got a bit disheartened because there was other people in the class, man. They were so much better than me. They were just, showing me up, and I got a bit disheartened and stuff. But I was doing music production in college because they were teaching us, like Logic and stuff like that. So I kind of just started making music. I think it was around 2013. I started making just sort of like house music and bits and bobs, getting used to the software and getting better at mixing and stuff. And then it just kind of kept going. I started making house music with a friend, and we started getting better at that and doing a few like gigs in clubs and stuff. And then, yeah, after a while, I kind of switched my focus onto making beats and instrumentals, and kind of just sort of developed that as a skill. And yeah, so I've been doing that for like three to 4 years right now. I think it's like 4 years maybe.
And you're smashing it, man. I mean, all credit to you. I've seen that you've been featured in some amazing and massive projects recently.
Yeah.
You've become a driving force in the urban music scene. My next question is specific to a certain genre of music, but from what I can see, for your progression as a musician and as an artist and a producer, you also do other types of beats. But just for the people that are listening, what is drill for you?
2015, 2016, I remember first listening to drill. I remember listening to, I think it was like AJ Tracy. This was when it was like before he went, more mainstream. But I remember listening to it then, his Packages freestyle that he done for like Link Up TV Mic Check, I think it was at the time. And yeah, that's when I first sort of got into drill, and that's when I switched my focus and started making those kind of beats and stuff, because it was just, I never really heard anything like it before. And obviously, like I said, it's changed a lot since then. It's evolved, definitely, the sound. But yeah, it's been a long time, and I've always like admired drill, made drill, and it's one of those things. It's like ongoing, evolving all the time.
It's a wonderful, wonderful thing now. We're living in an age where you don't have to just be like, yo, I've got a tune that I want to write. I need to get in the studio. It's going to cost me £400 to do a day, and then get, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
because of technology, you got all these VSTs and loads of gear that's a lot cheaper, and it helps a lot of producers to kind of forward their music. What's your approach to producing a new beat?
You don't need expensive equipment. You don't need like £1,000 worth of like analog gear and stuff. You just need a £200 laptop and a cracked version of Fruity Loops, and you're ready to go. You're ready to go, man. So many producers are out there, like really like young producers, like 15, 16-year-olds. They just have literally like a pirated version of Fruity Loops and a £200 laptop, and they're making bangers on it. Obviously, as you make more music, you develop your plugins, and you get more plugins, and expand on your libraries and your samples and stuff, and it makes the whole process easier. So over the years, I've just been sort of like, I have my go-to VSTs and plugins and stuff, my go-to samples, things like Arcade, just amazing. You know yourself, in our session when we pulled Arcade up, and there's just so many samples there, and it just really, you can really like bring a track together. Stuff like that really helps. And obviously mixing and mastering, even mastering nowadays, you don't need to send your stuff off for mastering. You just put a soft clipper on the output and a limiter, and it's done. That's what everyone's doing. That's what everyone's doing, and it sounds great. You literally need like 2 plugins, and you can get it to sound like absolutely like top quality.
Banging.
Yeah,
it's amazing, man. As I was saying, like 15, 20 years ago, a man couldn't do that. You couldn't be doing that because it will cost you so much. You know what I mean? So
yeah.
We're living in a great age, I think, for for producers doing sessions from home.
Yeah, I agree.
As we're talking about sessions and stuff, can I ask, what would be your approach with working with a new artist in the studio?
I mean, it kind of depends. A new artist, if they came into the studio, I'd wanna make them feel like relaxed, comfortable. I'd find out what they want from the session. Find out what the sound that they're looking for, and spend time with them and ask them what they want, what they're aiming for. Show them what you're capable of, and most times you get like a good connection going.
Yeah. As you said right there, you touched on the connection is it's one of those super important things, isn't it?
Yeah, no, definitely.
So, all right, I just wanted to ask you this as well. For me, you're as an upcoming producer who's you've come from the bottom and created and worked and developed your own sound. And I know you put in that hard work, and it's taken you a lot of years to get to where you are. So from your stance point, looking around and looking back, what advice would you give to new up and coming producers and how to kind of get into the music industry?
Yeah, I would say first you've got to get your craft to be good, like really good. Because I see a lot of producers out there who are just like, they're releasing content, like lots of content, which is great, but the quality isn't quite there. And I feel like they need to spend more time. But there's plenty of opportunities. You can go on YouTube and there's a tutorial for absolutely everything, so that there's no excuse. But honestly, the best thing to do is to just make music, make beats. Like get in the studio and just stay there for as long as you can. Like, you've got to enjoy this. I feel like there are people out there actually who want to do this, but they're only doing it because they see other people doing it, and they're like, let's jump on the bandwagon and stuff. But you should be in the studio. You need to put in a lot of time to work on your craft and get it right before you even think about like doing this like as a living and stuff.
Well, what we're going to do is we're just going to take a little time now and get into your tunes. And for everyone listening, you've been listening to the freshest producer, Mr. Hazzakbeats. So big up yourself for joining me on the Boukie Show. All right?
Thanks, man. Take care, man.
Hazzakbeats.